Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are still working on Henry VI Part 3, and today we get to hear from Warwick in Act 4, Scene 2. And this monologue of his is almost the entire scene of Act 4, Scene 2. So just a couple important things to note. In Act 4, Scene 1, King Edward is behaving as the king, except he married Lady Grey instead of Lady Bona. So his brothers Clarence and Somerset, who are George and not Richard. Anyway, they leave because they disagree with his choice of wife, they disagree with his ability to make decisions, all of that kind of stuff. They leave and they decide that they're going to go to Warwick and fight on Warwick's side because we're getting ready for yet another version of this war with Queen Margaret and Warwick on one side, now along with Clarence and Somerset, and King Edward and Richard on the other side. Richard sticking around, who's now the Duke of Gloucester. Richard sticking around because he's hoping to get the throne when Edward is killed, because he's probably sort of hoping that Edward gets killed. So anyway, Act 4, Scene 2 starts out in Warwick's neck of the woods, and he's just sort of hanging out until Clarence and Somerset come in, and he's like, whoa, 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 are we friends? And they say, don't worry about that. And he says, then gentle Clarence, welcome unto Warwick, and welcome Somerset. I hold it cowardice to rest mistrustful where a noble heart hath pawned an open hand in sign of love. Else might I think that Clarence, Edward's brother, were but a feigned friend to our proceedings. But welcome, sweet Clarence, my daughter shall be thine. And now, what rests but in night's coverture, thy brother being carelessly encamped, his soldiers lurking in the town about, and but attended by a simple guard, we may surprise and take him at our pleasure. Our scouts have found the adventure very easy, that as Ulysses in stout Diomede with sleight and manhood stole to Rhesus' tents, and brought from thence the Thracian fatal steeds, so we, well covered with the knight's black mantle, at unawares may beat down Edward's guard, and seize himself. I say not slaughter him, for I intend but only to surprise him. You that will follow me to this attempt, applaud the name of Henry with your leader. And everybody goes, Henry. Why then, let's on our way in silent sort for Warwick and his friends, God and St. George. So yeah, Warwick welcomes them in and says, yes, Clarence can marry his other daughter because one of his daughters is going to marry Prince Edward, Queen Mary, and Henry VI, or Queen Margaret and Henry VI's son. So Warwick has said, yes, his other daughter can marry Clarence to solidify that, that alliance. And yeah, now they're going to sneak up on Edward because they think that he is very poorly guarded. They're going to sneak up on him, and they're not going to kill him. They're just going to surprise him and take him captive, is what they have decided. And that's the end of Act 4, Scene 2. And I will see you tomorrow for more, where I think we get to find out how well this whole plan goes. I'll see you then. Mwah.